Om Sri Lakshmi Narasimhaya Namaha, Valmiki Ramayana, Ayodhya Kanda, Chapter 28. Lord Rama describes the hardships of forest life. Summary. In this chapter, Rama describes various troubles of staying in forest and beseeches Seetha not to go to forest. Chapter 28 in detail. Thinking of difficulties one will be called upon to bear in the forest, Rama, who was fond of righteousness, did not form the idea of taking Seetha, who was speaking as aforesaid. Smoothing with kind words to Seetha, when eyes were blemished with tears, the virtuous Rama spoke again as follows, for the purpose of walking her turn back. Seetha, you are born in a high lineage, ever devoted to righteousness. Perform your own virtue here, which is agreeable to my mind. O Seetha, the delicate, do whatever I tell you. There are many inconveniences in the forest. Know them from me. O Seetha, let your thought made about forest be given up. It is indeed said that forest with its wilderness is fraught with many dangers. This advice is given by me. Keeping your welfare in view, I do not ever consider a forest as comfortable. It is always uncomfortable. The sounds created from waterfalls in the hills and from lions residing in mountain caves are unpleasant to hear. That is why living in the forest is uncomfortable. Large wild animals which are fearless and intoxicated sporting in the desolate forest come forward after seeing, O Seetha, that is why living in the forest is uncomfortable. Even streams filled with crocodiles full of mire are difficult to be crossed by rut elephants also. Hence, dwelling in the forest is always very much uncomfortable. Pathways covered with creepers and thorns, echoed with noise of wild cocks, are waterless and very difficult to enter. Hence, dwelling in the forest is hardship. One, distressed by fatigue, has to sleep in night on a bed of fallen leaves. Hence, living in a forest is very much a misery. O Seetha, with mind disciplined day and night, one has to necessarily satisfy themselves with fruits fallen from trees. Hence, living in a forest is a suffering. O Seetha, the princess of Mithila, fasting is to be done according to one's stamina. Clothes of bark are to be worn, and mass of matted hair has to be worn on the head. The celestials, the ancestors, the guests who arrive are to be worshipped always according to the prescribed rules and rites. Bath is to be performed 3 times a day at appropriate time by the one moving in the forest, with one's mind kept in restraint. Hence, living in the forest is very much a misery. O Seetha, the innocent, offering is to be done with flowers brought by one's own self at the altar, according to the rites prescribed by sages. Hence, living in a forest is a hardship. O Seetha, the princess of Mithila, the dwellers of forest are to be satisfied with whatever is obtained there, the restricted food. Hence, living in the forest is a misery. In the forest, air and darkness are too much. There are always hunger and great fears too. Hence, dwelling in a forest is very much a misery. O Seetha, various creeping animals of different forms roam about on earth with pride. Hence, dwelling in a forest is a great misery. Snakes dwelling in rivers, moving crookedly like rivers, stray obstructing the pathways. Hence, living in the forest is a great misery. O frail princess, flying insects, scorpion, insects, including mosquitoes and flies, always annoy everyone. Hence, forest is full of hardship. O Seetha, forest is full of trees, kusha grass and bamboos, with ends of their branches spread on all sides. Hence, living in a forest is a great misery. An inhabited living in a forest has to face various bodily troubles and panics. Hence, forest life is really a misery. Anger and greed are to be abandoned by the dwellers of forest. Devotion is to be bestowed on asceticism. What needs to be feared should not be feared. Hence, living in a forest is a suffering. Therefore, do away with the idea of your coming to the forest. Forest is not indeed bearable for you. Reflecting now, I perceive forest as having too many disadvantages. As the great souled Rama did not agree to take her to the forest, the much aggrieved Seetha spoke to Rama as follows. Thus completes 28th chapter of Ayodhya Kanda of Srimad Ramayana. Sri Moola Rama Vijayate. Om Sri Krishnarpanamastu.